think the poet and well-known spinster, Emily Dickinson, put it best when she said, God gave a loaf to every bird, but just a crumb to me. Of course, she didn't have to live in the same house with Molly Morgan, to whom God gave not merely a loaf, but the entire bakery. Even as I speak, she's out there under the soft romantic light of the crescent moon, inhaling Todd Green's tonsils in her father's new Miata. I had such high hopes for a friendship between me and Molly, but so far she's rejected all my overtures. It's as if there's this wall between us. Like the one Molly just drove her father's car through.
Just when you think you've settled down and you feel like you're almost home,
just when the wheels stop spinning round, love sneaks in with a plan of its own. Love comes in unexpected places, life turns in unexpected ways. I swear we laugh at these days. Love comes in unexpected places. Life turns in unexpected ways.
just when you think you're alone,
Baby, we're almost home. Maybe we're almost home.
maybe we're almost home.
Oh, baby, are you all right?
I'm fine, Mama. That was cool. I've never seen a car come through a wall before.
God willing, you never will again. Who could have been so reckless, so mindless, so stupid? Daddy, I am so sorry.
It's just a car, honey. Cars can be replaced. Forget the car. The important thing is everybody okay?
I'm fine. Thank goodness we're all right.
Oh, that makes everybody safe and sound. What did you do to my car?
Oh, no. My doll's still in our room. Somebody get the jaws of life.
Be careful, honey. Don't trip on the airbag.
What were you doing in my car in the first place?
Nothing. And maybe I was listening to the radio. I might have hit the shift thingy or something. I saw what happened. Are you all right? I'm fine. Is Todd all right?
Todd?
Did I say Todd? I meant thank God you're all right.
Nice try. Todd was in the car with you? Todd, the boy you were grounded for seeing 2 weeks ago? That Todd?
Not if you don't want it to be that, Todd.
Well, the side wall is completely demolished. A couple of chairs are broken, and there are skid marks on my grandma's quilt.
I think Martha Lou's got whiplash. Good thing I've got Lawyer Barbie.
Why is everyone making such a huge deal out of this?
Look, it's just a tiny hole in one wall and maybe a dang end fender.
Look, Dad, I found a big piece.
Well, this ought to make parallel parking a snap.
Hey, Molly, do you think you could give me a lift back to my room?
I hate to bring this up, but we have got to get some sleep, and your Miata is hogging the bed.
Well, since all this is Molly's fault, I'm sure she would insist that you and Mary Sue take her room.
Wait a minute, where am I supposed to sleep?
You are going to insist that you sleep on the couch.
Look, Dad, I cannot sleep on that couch. It's all lumpy. Besides, I'm kind of scared to sleep downstairs all by myself.
Yeah, traffic down here has been a little heavy lately.
Daddy, please.
Don't push it, Molly. Besides, there's nowhere else for you to sleep.
What about Dorothy Jane's room?
Well, I guess I wouldn't mind sharing.
Sharing?
Well, Dorothy Jane, that's very kind of you, but are you sure?
Why not? It'll only be temporary.
Well, if Dorothy Jane's willing, I think that's the perfect solution. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm going to go and try and back my car out of Mrs. Torkelson's bed.
In that case, you might need this.
It looks like the Home Shopping Network exploded.
Okay, now just a little bit higher. Good. Good. All right, now just ease it around the corner. Easy.
Gee, this is heavy.
Okay. All right, good. Good.
careful. My facial sauna and thigh master are in there. I'm gonna need some room for my clothes in this closet. Hey, those are my clothes. Look, I wouldn't brag about that if I were you. What are you doing? No way can I sleep with that spooky-looking thing staring down at me. That spooky-looking thing just happens to be Emily Dickinson, one of the greatest poets of the 19th century. Don't you have that blouse? Look, I think we're getting off on the wrong foot here. Why don't we just get some sleep and start fresh in the morning? All right, I do need my 8 hours or I get cranky. How can you tell? What do you think you're doing? I'm getting into bed. What does it look like I'm doing? Yes, right, you're getting into my bed. Where do you expect me to sleep? On the cot? What do you think this is, F Troop? Get out of my bed, or everybody will know about that lip lock you had on Todd when the car went through the wall. That cot is probably a lot more comfortable than it looks.
Mrs. Torkelson, have you seen my cummerbund? It's red.
No, ooh, look at you. This must be some fancy do tonight.
Actually, I'm just in a pretentious bowling league. It's a charity dinner, you know.
Well, you look real nice. Except for your tie, which seems to be pointing in a northwesterly direction.
Okay, how's this?
No, take it.
This way?
No.
Like this?
No.
What?
Mine.
No, not at all. In fact, I'd appreciate it.
Any luck finding a contractor to fix my wall?
Well, 3 are on vacation, 2 promised to get back to me, and 1 is in prison for 6 months. I think he's our best bet.
There you go. Perfect east to west. Point and bow.
Thank you. An associate of mine will be picking me up for the dinner. I'll be back as soon as I find my cummerbund.
Gregory, a moment of your time.
I would love to chat, Mrs. Torkelson, but my scout troop, this is the night we visit the nursing home.
It'll only take a minute.
Yeah, well, some of these folks, it's all they got left.
Did you take $5 from Chucky Lee?
Take is such a harsh word. I like the word investment. An investment in your son's future. That's right. I am sending that boy to college. And here's how. Comic books. No, comic books. One day, this comic book could be worth thousands of dollars. All right, fine. Have it your way. But don't go blaming me when your son's future revolves around the phrase, would you like fries with that?
Hi.
You're Mr. Morgan's associate?
Yes, I'm Jennifer Hagan.
Oh, I was expecting a man. Boy was off.
You must be the new nanny.
Oh, you can call me Millicent.
You're younger than the others.
I'm getting older by the minute. I'm going to take a wild leap here. That's not machine washable, is it?
I wish.
Mr. Morgan will be down in a second. He's running a little late.
So what else is new? He's always either late or losing something.
Mama, look what Gregory just sold me at the low bargain price of $5. Klingon military sash.
I think this belongs to Mr. Morgan.
All right, Mom, like Mr. Morgan's a Klingon. Well. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Mary Sue Torkelson. Who are you?
I'm Jennifer Hagan.
What do you want with us?
She's here to pick up Mr. Morgan.
Lucky man. Are you his girlfriend?
Mary Sue.
Actually, I'm a lawyer. I do some work for Mr. Morgan's company.
Oh. So are you guys in love or what?
Boy, will you look at the time.
I know, I'm late. I'm sorry, I still can't find my... Oh, there it is. Thank you, Chucky Lee.
Oh, Gregory.
Boy, you look fabulous.
Wow, you don't look so bad yourself. There. That's better.
Give me back my remote control. I'd rather eat it first. So you expect me to walk all the way over to the TV every time I want to switch channels? Yeah, give your thigh master a break.
Please. We have company.
You again?
Molly.
Nice to see you too, Molly.
Molly, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Do you have any children?
What was that all about?
What? Look, all right, it might have been a little bit rude. I don't like her, Daddy.
Why not?
She's too tall. You've been seeing a lot of her lately. Why?
Because she's a very nice person, which you would know if you gave her half a chance. But whether you like her or not, I won't have you talking to any guest in our house in that tone of voice. Understand?
Sorry.
Well, don't tell me. Tell Jennifer.
You're gonna be out late.
I'll be home before midnight, as I always am.
Okay, have a good time. But not too good a time.
So, you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Do you have the number where we'll be?
Got it. You both look so nice.
Just like Glamour Barbie and Prom Night Ken.
Molly, don't you have something to say to Jennifer?
Yeah. Have them home by midnight. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. My algebra test is in 8 hours. Please stop snoring so I can get some sleep. Yeah, well, at least you stopped snoring.
This is it. I am not spending another night in this room. Daddy? Daddy? What is going on up here?
Mama, I've tried. I really have, but there's just no living with that girl. Now she's probably down there telling her father that I tried to drown her. I didn't. Exactly.
Dorothy Jane, if it makes you feel any better, Molly gets on everybody's nerves.
Did my father call and say that he was going to be late?
No, he didn't.
He's not in his room, and he said that he was going to be home by midnight. Something terrible must have happened.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions. I'm sure there's a good explanation.
Sure there is. My father's in love.
Listen, would it be so bad if your father was in love with Jennifer?
No one could take my mother's place.
Oh, that's right, sweetheart. Nobody can. And if your father ever does fall in love with someone else someday, that doesn't mean he'd ever stop loving your mother. Or you. But hey, I'm sure everything's fine and he'll be in any minute. So why don't you two go back to bed?
Could Dorothy Jane could go back to bed, I have to go back to cot. And I am not going anywhere until my daddy is home. Good, then I can go get some sleep and pass my algebra test in the morning. Oh, huge deal, one test. Frankly, if I were you, there'd be some other things that I'd be more concerned about. Such as? I would start with the hair. Oh, yeah? Well, at least my hair is a color that occurs in nature.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And what is that supposed to mean? Which word are you having trouble understanding?
I said, whoa. Dorothy Jane, come sit by me.
Mama.
Sit. Now, no one is leaving this room till you girls declare a truce.
Mama, I have a test in the morning, and so far I've had 11 minutes of sleep.
You want to go back to sleep? Fine. We can settle this real fast. You go first, Dorothy Jane. I want you to say one nice thing about Molly.
Okay. She's not twins. And after winning the Nobel Prize for Literature, I returned home to Paris in my beloved 16th century chateau on the Seine, next door to my close personal friend, Gerard Depardieu, or as I like to call him, Jerry.
I can't believe that you're making such a big deal about Paris. God, I hated it.
You've been to Paris?
There's tons of boring museums. Nobody understands one word you say, and you can't get a diet soda anywhere.
Gee, who'd want to go to a beautiful romantic city if they didn't have Tab?
Really?
This is hopeless. The only nice thing I'll ever be able to say about her is that she flosses on a fairly regular basis. Now, can I please go back to sleep?
Molly, I'll bet Dorothy Jane would love to hear what your goals and aspirations are.
Yeah, boy.
Look, I've never told anybody else this before. More than anything in the whole entire world, I want to be a weather girl.
Of course, if you don't soak the eggplant in the brine long enough, it doesn't really pickle. But when you make it just right, well, Dorothy Jane can attest to. She could if she were conscious.
I dream we were back in Pyramid Quarters and they were tearing up the interstate again. You know, Mama, when I look at her sleeping like that, so angelic, so innocent, it just makes me realize that all it would take is just one pillow of her face.
Dorothy Jane. You try and understand. Molly's going through a rough time right now. After she lost her mother, she was the only girl in her father's life. And then we showed up. Now Jennifer, that's a lot for a 15-year-old to handle on her own.
This reminds me of when we were back in Oklahoma and we used to wait up for Daddy to come home.
Yeah, only then we'd be staring at a calendar instead of a clock.
What's everybody doing up at this hour?
Daddy. I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, honey. We just had a little car trouble.
See, I told you.
Look, I stayed up late because I've got to ask you something. And I really need you to tell me the truth. Are you in love with Jennifer? Are you going to marry her?
Molly, I'll make a deal with you. I promise not to get married without telling you if you promise not to get married without telling me. Honey, look, I'm probably going to date lots of people you don't like. You already date lots of people I don't like. We're just going to have to learn to be a little more tolerant and trust each other more.
Does this mean that I could see Todd again?
Of course not. I'm sorry you were worried.
Look, Daddy, I know I don't tell you that much. But I really do love you.
I love you, too. Now go to bed.
I have no bed to go back to. Oh, please don't start that again.
Glad to see that they're getting along better. Well, good night, Mrs. Torkelson.
Wait a minute. I just sat up half the night with your very worried daughter. I think something more than good night is in order here.
Well, not that I owe you any explanations, but I wasn't exactly having the time of my life out there.
We all have our off nights.
Look, we were late for the banquet. We couldn't find any place to park, so Jennifer parked by a fire hydrant. Her car was towed, so then we had to take a cab to the impound lot, where a very hungry guard dog mistook me for kibble. When we finally got the car, it was so late I didn't want to call and wake the whole house up.
That's the best that you can do?
Excuse me?
Listen, I was married to the Mark Twain of long-winded excuses. He could have done better than that in a coma.
I don't care whether you believe me or not. In fact, I don't see where it's any concern of yours where I was or what I was doing anyway.
It's not. You can do what you want. But if you do marry Jennifer, please tell me where you're going on your honeymoon so your kids will at least know where you are.
Wait a minute. Jennifer's great. She's beautiful. She's smart. I enjoy spending time with her, but she's not exactly marriage material.
Oh, yeah. Who'd want to marry someone like that?
What I meant was she's not interested in marriage. And frankly, that's one of her most attractive qualities.
I think you lost me on that last turn there.
I've had the great romance of my life. And I've had the pain that comes when you lose it. I'm not anxious to go through that again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had the great romance of my life, too. Unfortunately, my husband didn't think that was reason enough to stick around. And that hurt, too. A lot.
Why don't you try and get some sleep? I'll turn out the lights down here.
All right. Night. I'm sorry I jumped all over you.
Oh, that's okay. It was kind of nice being jumped on. Well, you know what I mean.
I think I do. What kind of dog was it?
Doberman?
Nice touch. I'd work on the rest of my story, though, if I were you.
It's not a story.
Yeah.